to hip hop lore, a secret meeting created the gangster rap industry as we know it today. For over a decade, insiders have dismissed this story as a myth. However, the evidence suggests this. What if the subject matter?
What's good, man? Y'all know what it is. She know what it is. We know what it is. 23 cups till 3. What's good, man? Y'all know what it is. She know what it is. We know what it is. Till 3. 23 cups. And on today's episode, man, we are watching Pooh Shiesty just proved rap culture was engineered. Alright? Like y'all don't know, private prisons and record labels are in bed together, and they basically sign rappers that are going to promote gangster music to get people to go to jail. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's pretty much it. Like, so you think you're cool by dressing like NBA YoungBoy, but really they want you to dress like NBA YoungBoy so they can throw you in jail and identify you. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it 123%. I know it's true. But let's watch it. The truth is, Pooh Shiesty just proved rap culture was engineered.
They found in every rap song wasn't a result of the culture, but instead the outcome of a synchronized. What if the subject matter found in every rap song?
There's no what if. It's true. NWA. You think about it, every time a new rapper come out, how many niggas try to be like him? Niggas was, when Lil Wayne became a blood, niggas was bloods all of a sudden. I thought I was a blood. The Game was my, you know, when I was young. The Game, Ludacris. You know. All right, let's do it.
What if the subject matter found in every rap song wasn't a result of the culture, but instead the outcome of a synchronized plan designed to manufacture it? The rappers you thought were keeping the street were really just assets or vessels. The lyrics that expressed their struggles were actually coded propaganda to influence you, and the street code they pushed was just a gimmick to encourage a lifestyle, with the entire rapper archetype being designed by powerful elites to mold a generation. According to hip hop lore, a secret meeting created the gangster rap industry as we know it today. For over a decade, insiders have dismissed this story as a myth. However, the evidence suggests this meeting is a reality, and rappers like Pooh Shiesty are clear examples of that. Today, we are exposing exactly how the elites hijacked hip hop and used it to socially engineer an entire generation. By the end of this video, you will never see hip hop the same again.
They keep showing NWA. I'm telling you. Because it was like Queen Latifah and shit. And then all of a sudden, that shit just changed. You know what I'm saying? Even Tupac changed. You know what I'm saying? So,
by the 1990s, hip hop stood at the absolute cusp of a mainstream explosion. What was initially dismissed as a passing fad or a niche segment of counterculture had transformed by the end of that decade into the most dominant genre on the planet. Rappers did not just break out of the underground bubble, they became the definitive faces of global pop culture. This massive shift was driven in part by icons like Tupac, Biggie, and Snoop Dogg, whose global hits commercialized the genre and caused the hip hop market to balloon overnight. Suddenly, every major record label was desperate to get a rapper on their roster. But what if this sudden rise of hip hop wasn't what it seems? What if its explosion wasn't actually due to a surge of fans who were enamored by a new culture, but instead the result of an orchestrated plan created by powerful elites to manufacture one? You have to consider the possibility that hip hop was hijacked in its early stages specifically to socially engineer the urban youth. While this might sound unbelievable to the casual listener,
I think it's true, man. I think it's really fucking true, man. You know everything you want to know about somebody, just ask them who their favorite rapper is. Oh, a kid, I mean, a young adult.
This has actually been a long-standing industry myth that dates back over a decade.
It's time to start operating like what you already are, a business. Here's how.
The origin of this narrative traces back to 2012, when an anonymous letter surfaced online claiming to be written by a high-level industry insider. This letter made specific claims that remain some of the most debated topics in music history. According to this anonymous writer, a secret meeting took place in the early 90s between high powered record executives and elite businessmen. The writer claimed to be a direct witness, as these figures revealed a coordinated plan to infiltrate hip hop. The letter alleged that these elite businessmen instructed the executives to pivot their strategy and only sign gangster rappers so that.
Think about it. They want an outcome to happen. You gotta show your commercial.
Their labels. The stated goal was to create an entire generation of youth who were influenced by the gangster archetype. By making this lifestyle look cool and highly desirable, they intended to influence the young people watching from the sideline.
Y'all see this shit? Bro, those are men.
Gangster archetype. By making this lifestyle look cool and highly desirable, they
Bro, those are men right there.
intended to
That's a man. And another man. Am I tripping?
influence the young.
Am I tripping?
This lifestyle look cool and highly desirable. They intended to influence the young people watching from the sidelines. According to the letter, the motivation for molding people into gangsters was purely financial. These elite businessmen were reportedly heavily invested in the private prison industry. In their eyes, every potential gangster they created would directly result in more inmates and more.
Exactly. Created gangsters. So if you sag your pants, wear a do-rag, do everything the niggas do, they targeting you. They looking at you first. He's got to have drugs and weapons. CIA.
More money for the.
Can't dress like a rapper, bro, and think people aren't going to look at you crazy. It's a target on your back, literally. So stop sagging. You fucking idiot.
Their bottom line. For those who have followed this secret meeting story, you already know it has never been fully confirmed by the mainstream media. While several artists have come forward to say the claims are true, other industry figures deny the entire event and dismiss it as complete nonsense. However, a new voice recently emerged to provide what I believe is the missing piece of the puzzle. Syndicated radio host Larry Gators claims that this meeting did in fact take place, but he went a step further than the anonymous.
I know him. Kobe Bryant. A Luciferian project.
Letter. Unlike the original source, Larry had no issues naming the executive who was allegedly spearheading the entire operation. Larry Gator claims that legendary music mogul Clive Davis not only hosted this secret meeting, but held it directly at his own home in Beverly Hills. Larry claims that Clive Davis was one of the
Beverly Hills! I believe it, man. You know, Clyde Davis like boys.
Primary architects.
I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying.
Behind this systemic shift in the culture.
And he killed Whitney Houston.
The 1995 meeting.
Fuck Clyde Davis, bitch Adam.
In Beverly Hills, in the home of Clyde Davis. And there were rappers there from all over the country. They were invited to the home of Clyde Davis, along with members of the CIA, FBI, which they didn't understand why the government said, including many directors and CEOs of the private prisons throughout the United States was at that meeting, in that mansion of Clyde Davis. And they were telling these rappers, you need to create songs talking about killing police, calling black women bees and hoes. We need to get more nasty so we can fill our prisons that we're building. Okay.
You know what's crazy during that time? I can recall when that gangster music came into play.
That's it.
And how they, I don't know if the guys rapping it really do, but they created the atmosphere.
Yes.
But it went from I remember guys wanting to wear like the African chains around their neck, dancing and the haircuts, flat top, skin play, Kwame too, the really dug out and just the gang stuff. And I can recall going into like liquor stores or different places and all they had was blue and red bags. Right. It was just like that stuff was on program.
Program, reprogram your mind. Mind control.
Oh.
Imagine being able to.
That's why they only show people as rappers and basketball players.
Reach 15 million views on the
What else?
first video.
It's like, what else do you want to do?
YouTube channel. You start at 0 subscribers. Imagine that video attracts 5 million views in its first month and a half.
You might be asking how Clive Davis could have anything to do with a gangster rap meeting in the early 90s when he wasn't even known for dealing with rappers at that time. But after you see the evidence I have uncovered, you will see exactly why Clive's involvement is not only possible, but highly likely. While most people recognize Clive Davis for his work with legendary singers like Whitney Houston, he was also the hidden hand behind the commercialization of hip-hop. Clive Davis functioned as the secret benefactor behind Bad Boy Records, the engine that launched hip-hop into mainstream dominance.
Birds of a feather flock together. Clive Davis.
Most people are unaware of
devil.
the whole story regarding how Davis positioned Diddy and transformed him into the mogul he is today. But that history connects directly to the secret meeting. In the early 90s, Puff had been ousted from Uptown Records by Andre Harrell. While he had just signed Biggie Smalls, he found himself with no label and no capital to turn him into a star. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Puff secured a massive deal with Arista Records, which was headed by Clive Davis at the time. Long-standing industry rumors suggest that Puff had to go to extreme lengths, doing a little extra, to secure that deal with Clive. Many believe Davis is the architect who molded Puffy into the figure he became. If you want a deeper dive into that specific relationship, make sure to check out this video after this one. According to the official narrative, Puff convinced Clive that hip-hop was the next global phenomenon and that he could get Arista involved before the genre exploded. Clive was reportedly hesitant at first, yet Diddy somehow walked away with $15 million to fund the Bad Boy venture. This investment was staggering because, up to that point, Puff had not provided the track record to validate a $15 million risk. In the 90s, that amount was equivalent to nearly $38 million today. What rational investor risked that kind of capital on someone unproven?
Must have been a lot of casting couch going down, huh? Casting couch.
Diddy took that funding, and by the time Biggie passed away, he had become the face of a rapidly expanding hip-hop empire. This was the catalyst that changed hip-hop forever, turning it into the massive corporate industry we see today. If Clive Davis had not validated Diddy's vision, hip-hop likely would have never reached these heights. But the timing of this investment is incredibly telling. According to the anonymous letter, the secret meeting that restructured the genre happened in the early 90s. Around the same time, Clive Davis, a pop music executive, randomly decided to pivot into hip-hop, which was still a relatively new and unproven genre. It is alleged that Clive spearheaded the secret meeting at his own home, and he just so happens to invest heavily in hip-hop around the same exact moment this meeting reportedly took place. Clive invests in Bad Boy, which goes on to produce a roster of top-selling gangster rappers like Craig Mack and Biggie Smalls, artists who changed the genre's trajectory forever. Is this a mere coincidence, or is it the evidence that confirms the warning in that anonymous letter? This suggests that after that secret meeting, Clive was searching for the perfect vehicle to execute the plan. He found Puffy, and instead of signing a single artist, he acquired an entire roster. This explains why the narrative surrounding hip-hop shifted so aggressively in the 90s. When figures like Clive Davis provide the backing, the culture stops being underground and becomes a priority for the entire global industry. When you look at the events of the 1980s that paved the way for that infamous meeting in the 90s, the narrative becomes even more calculated. In the mid-80s, NWA emerged as hip-hop cultural icons after releasing a series of aggressive, groundbreaking hits. While tracks like Panic Zone and Boys in the Hood earned them local notoriety, the moment they dropped straight out of Compton, they were catapulted into global superstardom. This was a definitive moment that redesigned the genre and set the stage for what hip hop would forever become. However, when you examine NWA's instant rise to fame alongside their lack of actual street cred, they appear to be studio gangsters at best or industry plants at worst. As most of you already know, it has been confirmed by many industry veterans that their core
See? And so if you go watch an old movie called, I forgot what the movie's called, but they're making fun of NWA, basically saying that, you know, everybody can see through it. Like, they're, you know, and Ice Cube came from a group called CIA, but Ice Cube ain't with the CIA. Well, he indirectly, you know what I mean? Indirectly. But, you know, Ice Cube got in trouble for calling out the JUICE crew and, you know, the Jews. And so, you know, Ice Cube been exposed that shit. Ice Cube been on that shit.
members of NWA were not the hardened criminals depicted in their lyrics. While it is widely accepted that Eazy-E had legitimate street ties, figures like Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and DJ Yellow were far from being gangsters. Yet, they were the individuals who made the gangster rap aesthetic a global phenomenon. How they achieved that level of influence is where the story becomes truly strange. Not long after forming, the group was signed by a record label named Priority Records. While Priority eventually became a dominant force in West Coast gangster rap, they were not distributing hip hop of any kind before signing NWA. The three founders were actually former executives at KTEL International, a company famous for its As Seen on TV music compilations. The label's first massive commercial win was not rap, but a novelty soul project. They licensed the rights to the California Raisins animated characters from television commercials and released an album of soul oldies. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, these same executives decided to invest millions of dollars into a genre of music that hadn't even been fully defined yet.
Sounds like
This
they knew
massive
something.
pivot from animated rape.
Sounds like they knew something. And this is why they hate TikTok and shit. And everybody having their own phone because they can't control it. Well, they still can, but not necessarily like, you know, with their acts and shit. But they're gonna come to you. Once you see you got the influence and you want it, they're gonna come to you with a deal.
Reasons to the world's most dangerous group should tell you everything you need to know. I believe NWA served as the true beginning of this social experiment. This was the moment the elites in
I agree. I think, yeah, and I forgot what the movie's called, but in the movie they're like called CB4.
infiltrated hip hop and began to reconstruct its foundation. Evidence suggests that Priority Records instructed these artists to project a specific gangster image to the public. They had songwriters guiding their lyrics and industry handlers molding their public personas to fit a dangerous archetype. I'm not making these claims without basis. Ice Cube himself has stated that he felt he was used to push a specific gangster rap agenda.
Whoa. What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, needed to.
Let's take rap music. Let's take same people who own the prisons. It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to ensure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. No, some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that, do this. We're gonna have this guy write the lyrics. We're gonna have that. So the narrative is really kind of, you know, structured and really made into what the record company and the record to be, and what the, you know, a lot of artists are frustrated with this kind of music making. A lot of people, you know, feel like they're being controlled by the label, how they do it, telling you what songs to sing, what hooks to do, what songs, you know, you can do your song, fine, that's an album. But you want to, the single is what we all say is the single. Oh, you have, you know, the record company pushing the narrative. This to me is somewhat, you know, some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full. Now,
Heard it from the horse's fucking mouth. You know, gangster rap ain't that old, man. He was the first Waka Flocka Gucci Mane. He was the first Pooh Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy to think about, but Ice Cube was the first Pooh Shiesty.
There's a lot of to connect to make that happen. I'm just giving you a broad example of how people at the top can manipulate what's going on with the people who are bickering and fighting.
By the time the 90s arrived, the blueprint had been perfected, and the industry was ready to take the experiment to a global scale. NWA was the definitive test phase for.
That's why people, you know, TikTok and shit is the best thing ever, and everybody having their own shit. Because now people, you know what I mean. You have, and ain't nobody pushing the button now. You know, the real music's gonna make it through to the people that need it. I mean, it's still a machine. It's still people pushing buttons. It's like that still exists, but not so much to the point where, you know, if you really want it, you can't. You know what I mean? Type deal is all I'm saying. You stay independent and still make a living and still make shit happen without selling out to these niggas and doing what they want and all that type of shit. But the people gotta support it too, man. Y'all can't be so brainwashed to the point where be like, fuck that guy. He sucks. And you know what I mean?
Everything that was unleashed in the 1990s. While some critics argue that this is just music and it possesses no real power to harm, I disagree with that perspective. I strongly believe that hip hop has functioned as a negative influence on the urban youth. When children grow up idolizing a culture that rewards criminality and violence, it becomes almost impossible for that culture not to exert a direct influence on their development. They watch these rappers receive the exact money and attention they desire for themselves. Think about the countless young people who have thrown away their futures trying to become what NWA was only pretending to be. These kids paid real-world consequences for a manufactured image, and we are seeing the...
Think about that, man. Think about that. 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 Think about that.
Extreme end of this cycle right now with Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty stands as one of the biggest gangster rappers in the industry today. But unlike the members of NWA, Pooh Shiesty appears to be fully immersed in that life. It is clear that he is the undeniable product of the gangster rap agenda. He represents exactly what happens when you grow up idolizing gangster rappers. After achieving stardom, he continued to live out the gangster narrative found in his music. His history includes a shooting incident at a club and a robbery in a parking lot. But the situation has recently escalated to a whole new level. Just weeks after his release from prison for those previous charges, Pooh Shiesty was arrested again in April 2026. This latest incident is truly unprecedented and confirms the dangerous trajectory of the industry. He is accused of allegedly using force to compel his own label boss, Gucci Mane, to release him from his record contract. This is insane because Gucci Mane himself is a notorious figure in the gangster rap world. Pooh Shiesty represents the ultimate manifestation of what this genre was designed to create. He is the final iteration of the gangster rap archetype, an individual who will likely influence an entire generation to crash out in the exact same way. When you look at the financial connections between the music industry and the biggest investment firms, you start to see a direct line from the music industry to the private prison industry. Many of the biggest investment firms are directly invested in both the music business and the private prison business. The timeline of the industry reveals a calculated corporate infiltrate.
Yeah, like Michael Jordan is invested into the private prison industry. So damn, he want y'all niggas wearing his shoes, and he want y'all niggas in prison. God damn, Michael Jordan don't fuck with black people. I'm just talking shit, but god damn.
The transition from novelty soul acts to the gangster rap social experiments of the 80s served as the opening act. Clive Davis later provided the massive funding to transform the experiment.
If he got on Jordan, send him to jail. She bought my shoes, and now I'm funding them to go to the jail so I can make more money. That's diabolical.
Into a global standard, using the bad boy era to hijack the culture for a corporate agenda. Now, in 2026, we see the inevitable result of this design. The situation with Pooh Shiesty represents the final stage of an assembly line that rewards criminality and cultural destruction. The secret meeting gave the industry a license to trade the urban youth for dividends, ensuring the private prison system would flourish while the youth followed the script. But I want to know what you think. Do you believe the secret meeting actually happened, or is it just an urban legend? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because to me, it's clear this industry has always been used to push certain agendas. In fact, the movie Josie and the Pussycats exposed just that, telling us how the music industry was hijacked to push this agenda. If you want to see a breakdown on the movie that completely exposed the music industry, watch this video right now. And if you want to support unfiltered content that isn't afraid to reveal the truth, make sure to like this video and subscribe to join the truth.
Yeah, man, I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think everybody has free will, and you know, if you signing up for that, you're being tricked and you're not knowing. And then, you know, everybody's not gonna make it. Obviously, people are gonna get killed, people are gonna die, whatever the case may be. And then whoever makes it to the top, hey, we're gonna give you money to keep doing it. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of both. You know, we have to be responsible as well as people, humans, black people listen to rap, anybody listen to rap to understand what's going on. You know what I mean? And just hold each other accountable. You feel me? And I do think there's def truth to this. And with us knowing this information, we just gotta move different, and we gotta turn it off. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay woke. Till 3. What else are we gonna react to? What else do we want to react to? Jay Prince Jr. and Sr. in big trouble with the Fed. JR Jr. JR Jr. JR Jr. The president met aliens. What?
I just used a chord progression plugin that should probably be illegal. So some music producers will say that it's.
How you feel about All-Star trolling, being 10? I fuck with them young. I fuck with the being 10. You know what I'm saying? I don't know All-Star Junior, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with them either. I don't know being 10 either. But I fuck with them young characteristics. I'm just not hearing about being 10. I'm just not hearing about All-Star Junior. I like his persona though. You know what I'm saying? He come off like a player. You know what I'm saying? He come off like a player. You know what I'm saying? From what I know, he ain't come for no trouble. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying? He was mad because Junior, you know what I'm saying, whooped his son or something. You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be mad about it. You know what I'm saying? The junior boy nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Folks, it's a bad day for Jay Prince Jr., Jay Prince Sr., the whole Prince family, the whole Mob Ties Collective are in a whole lot of trouble, okay? The biggest, baddest gangsters in Houston have gotten themselves in a mess. I don't know if they're going to...
We're going to talk about some college football. Colorado spring game attendance this past weekend continues to fall under year 4 with Deion Sanders. And also there was this video kind of went viral of his team walking out to the field and a lot of people noticing how undersized a lot of the players were. As the offensive linemen, a lot of the skill position guys here, a lot of just a lot smaller. Are you guys worried in any way about Deion Sanders and this Colorado team?
All right, look, Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games.
Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks
Right, was Jordan
you
freshman
can also
year.
pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same map. Team picks.
Jordan Stephen was playing, like what he looked like playing last year versus what his body is kind of transformed into this past year. Now, look, a couple of those dudes in that video, I mean, they are undersized, but some of them were cold.
What's up, man? How did you know that?
No, you didn't.
How'd you know I didn't wash my hands?
No, you didn't watch it.
I should wash my hands. I'll be back.
I need to react to some more shit.
No.
What else are we reacting to?
Okay.
Neon and DDG boxing. Let's get to the part where they box. Yeah, there we go. What up, Kelly Belly? How you been? How's everything?
If you're looking to learn how to trade, a community is very important. Trade with the pros definitely goes down to the basics.
You almost got it.
Let's see what the comments say.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's time?
Bring something, come on.
I can't breathe. Well, I'm not so tired. Bro?
Sneaking in.
His island of this footage is ever found.
Great, yeah. Thank you. Me and the wife here are doing good. Me and the wife here are doing great. Everything's good. Everything's great. We're about to move, and and everything's great, man. Everything's good. How about you? Let's react to this sneaking into Epstein's temple. I need to do a stream with DDG or motherfucking Neon. I need to get up one time. Let's check it out.
Dead, I'm not.
Thank you so much. I've been working on a whole bunch of new music, a whole bunch of new stuff. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of stuff, so.
This is the VIP, yeah. VIP. Oh, it's the VIP. VIP. Let me get a VIP, get lit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we VIP, yeah. Brought my friends all with me. Yeah, we all VIP. Yeah, we all VIP. Yeah, I know I showed not deep, bitch. The line outside for me, bitch. Talking to VIP. What's up in the VIP? Very important words. Very important turkey. Very important dance. Very important work. Drunk in the VIP, lit in the VIP, blacked out in the VIP. What's up in the VIP? Come on, drunk in the VIP, lit Lit in the VIP. Blacked out in the VIP. What's up in the VIP? Drunk in the VIP. Lit in the VIP. Blacked out in the VIP. What's up in the VIP? Very important verse. Very important turkey. Very important dance. Very important work.
2-3. What's good, man? Y'all know what it is. She know what it is. Whee! Know what the fuck it is. 23 Cups. That was my brand new song, VIP, dropping April 23rd. Cutie. Now back to the motherfucking reaction, man. Back to the motherfucking reaction. I think this is the last thing we're gonna react to, man. I need to be posting all my reactions and my clips, man. I've been slacking. It's just a lot of, you know what I mean? Sneaking into Epstein's temple a day ago.
The idols.
It's our only chance. Let's go!
I don't know how we survived that. We can't go back.
No, we're not going back tonight. We have to figure out some way to get back here.
Yeah. Like a big ass stove is covered.
That's security. That's security.
Those days are flying.
Wow.
Trying to sneak in Jeffrey Epstein's island. Yesterday we just about died attempting to go in a Category 5 hurricane. So I'm hoping today the ocean's calmed down a little bit, but right now it's not looking too good.
We don't see any hosts out there. I think most people here on St. Thomas have listened to the warning.
Life insurance. You guys offer life insurance, right? Me and my friends are going to Jeffrey Epstein's island. We probably need life insurance.
How much life insurance do you need?
I've never had to think this far ahead, so I wouldn't know.
Do you have any children?
No, just a cat.
How much money do you want to leave to the cat if you pass away?
Like millions. Because we're going to Jeffrey Epstein's island. That doesn't make the price go up or affect it at all.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Another issue we had is not a single boat rental place was willing to rent to us.
It's not a good boat day. We're not racing boats out in this weather.
That left us with one last ditch option. Yesterday we met a guy at McDonald's that said he might have a plug for kayaks, which definitely wasn't ideal, but it didn't look like we had a choice.
We're trying to get some boats, get out to Epstein Island.
No. There's no way.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Kayaking the ocean in a storm? Are you kidding? No, bro. No.
I'm getting a pool right now, man. Channels are still closed. Everyone's pulls out.
There's nothing. There's no jet skis. What about the kayaks that you mentioned?
I could try with the kayaks. I don't know if it's possible, or I can't promise you. I don't want you guys to drown out there.
Like, if it seems like it's too sketchy once we get out there, then yeah, we'll turn around and I'm gonna die, obviously.
Too sketchy, Andrew. Are you sure you want to do this?
After a lot of back and forth, he eventually said yes, so that meant there was no turning back.
One thing, do not put me on camera. I don't want to be responsible if you guys die out there.
Now that we had boat security, it was time to focus on the main.
Tone, why should people join us on April 23rd through the 25th for the AI Advantage Summit?
Because I know you know AI is.
What? Yeah, swear to God, bro. Being here made stuff like this hard to.
He went up.
And we were about to be slipping into a row of ultra luxury beachfront. And cameras wasn't exactly subtle.
Is that bad?
That was the weirdest thing ever.
Did he say let's go?
No.
He went up to my ear and went.
What? Yeah, swear to God, bro. It was the weirdest shit ever. Being here made stuff.
People with engines,
Wait,
like
I don't
big. They're not talking about kayaking. They're talking about getting out there on vessels.
So you actually think like this is too risky? Like this is
I think
a
it's
no-go?
dumb.
Talk at the same time.
You got wet. Now if we get separated.
Alright, let's get to the part.
Look at the shot. There's a boat out there. There's a boat out there. Look right here. Dang.
That's when we.
Is it?
No, bro. There's a way.
Realistically, I think. Let's go.
We had.
So did they get in or what? I mean, they had to get in. I mean, obviously. Sneaking into Jeffrey Epstein's temple.
Like this is
I
a
think
no-go.
it's dumb. I also think it's.
Hey, I hear the seat.
Is that it? Is someone?
Movie?
It's Katrina. What? I can't hear him. We're on the aisle. Not down to make her on.
No.
Look, there's like this weird little hatch. I guess it's just.
Since the door came off, dancers putting it back on, being a good steward here.
Just because we didn't find the tunnels here, I still wasn't convinced they didn't exist.
No, we're not.
If we were going to get inside this temple, we had to be extremely calculated about this. We needed to find a discreet way inside before security got to us.
Bro, what the fuck are you doing? No way. No fucking way.
Stripping off that board was the loudest, least subtle way this could have possibly gone. But what it revealed, though, only raised even more questions.
Jesus Christ. Bro, turn the light on.
Where's the tunnel system? What the fuck? So apparently, all that was inside the temple was a bookshelf. So does that mean that everything we've seen about this place online is a lie?
Stop. Oh my God. I'm just trying to open the door. Don't call them. Hell, let's go to the other door. I do not. Not right now.
No, we're good, bro. We're good. Yo,
What the fuck is he doing?
no.
Look, there's like this weird little hatch.
Yeah. Wow. Esteban fucked it up. Come out here, bro. They found us. Hey, man. This is crazy.
I guess it's just.
Since the door came off, dancers putting it back on.
Yeah. All right, I got a song. Here we go. I gotta work on this song. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. Actually, I can work on it like this. I'm tripping. What am I doing? Here we go.
I just can't give it up. I just can't give it up.
Y'all ready?
Hustle the spotlight, shine it over the light. It's mine. I just can't give it up. 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 I've been so up in the crowd. Yeah. I've been so yeah. Yeah. I just can't give it up. Bobby ain't giving up.
I just can't give it up. No, we ain't giving up. I've been to pop in the grind, yeah. The hustle, the spotlight, the shine. I think about that, the grind, stop, the time, I just can't give it up. Yeah, 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 the hustle, the spotlight, the shine, my grind, my time, my time. Nah, I can't give it up. Yeah, nah, we ain't giving up. Yeah, nah, I can't give it up. Yeah, nah, we ain't giving up. I just can't give it up. Yeah, no, we ain't giving up. I just can't give it up. No, we ain't giving up. Yeah. Yeah. I got the dime. I got the dime. Yeah. I just can't give it up. Yeah, no, we ain't giving up. Yeah, I just can't give it up. Yeah, no, we ain't giving up. How y'all do this shit, nigga?